Well, that's easy.
Are you in?
I'm in.
Nice. So we have Faybian in the yellow. From where was he from again? Hong Kong, or was it somewhere else?
That sounds right.
Southeast Asia. And then we have Weidenbaum from Germany in the green. Faybian has taken Caesar, and let's take a look at the leaders and wonders. What we have here. What do you see? What is the first thing that you notice?
Oh boy. Well, there's Bill Gates.
There is Bill Gates.
Always fun.
There's
Marlena's
Marlena and
always
Bach.
fun.
I like Marlena and Bach. There's sadly no Pierre. I mean, that would have been awesome. First match of the Coubertin Cup, and we have Pierre, but sadly we don't. So we're definitely missing that. Besides that, Ocean Liner, Red Cross,
Yep.
Saladin. I mean, yeah. Let's see what Weidenbaum did. Weidenbaum grabbed Sun Tzu, so Sun Tzu versus Caesar.
Oh, it's a little spicy early.
So yeah, let's see what Faybian will do. Grabs Engineering Genius, and no wonder. Oh, I mean, he could have grabbed Colossus or Hanging Gardens, but both of them are not that great. So it's interesting that he grabs Engineering Genius for 2, but no wonder. So it might take a while until he gets something from this.
I mean, what would he be hoping for? I mean, I guess the Universitas.
Universitas early is good. Machu Picchu can be good. I mean, oh, let's see what Weidenbaum does here. Pretty standard stuff, and he will go for the Acropolis, taking it away from Faybian.
You know, in some ways, and I don't know if this is worth it, but Faybian doing that forces the hand of Weidenbaum toward taking Acropolis.
Yeah, but I mean, I still think you want an HA wonder, even if it's maybe not the best, but you still want it. So, yeah, I think.
And Faybian does not take that iron. Oh, I guess they're both right there. So
yeah. Also, they are playing fast. There's a lot of action going on, but I guess that's better than having no action at all and having to talk about nothing. But yeah, let's see Weidenbaum here. He can go for the early iron. I mean, probably is going to do that. Maybe you don't know, but Weidenbaum is a big fan of Gutenberg. Or Guten Beast, as we call him now.
Yeah, Guten Beast. Yeah, I remember when there was one time you were like, do we have to call him Guten Beast now? And now it's just the way it is.
Yeah, that's all Splinter's fault. He made that his official name.
Yeah, that's what it seemed like.
But why Faybian leaves Guten Beast on 2, so that destroys the turn of Weidenbaum a little bit, maybe. I don't know. He could go for Guten Beast, use him to build the extra lab, and play a tactic before to use Sun Tzu. And then maybe Iron as well, but there's also other good cards. You could grab Iron, which land maybe Code, and then build the lab just like that. Also, interestingly, Faybian did not play any politics, right? He is Caesar. He wants to play 2 politics, but he didn't play any, so maybe getting unlucky. No good cards.
Yeah. It's a tricky turn for Weidenbaum. He sort of has to make a choice.
Yeah, choices are hard. I never want to make choices in my games.
Yeah, oh, he does it.
He does make a choice. Does go for Guten Beast, yes.
Yeah.
And then Code of Laws and Iron. I mean, looks like a good turn. Getting both of the very important cards. And we see Development of Civil Life that can be used by Faybian to... only to build... Oh, this is not so...
Oh, that hurts.
That hurts, right? He can only use one of them. He can't build 2 religions, and then he can't use the Development of Civil Life. Weidenbaum, on the other hand, can go for Iron.
Yeah. He doesn't have a person for the religion.
Language player, are you in the Discord? Then you can write Shadow Knight, and he is there to answer all your questions. And if your opponent really doesn't show up, you just get a free win. But yeah, please join the Discord and then ask Shadow Knight. He's organizing everything about that. He's also here. You can also ask him here, I guess. Thank you very much, Shadow Knight, for doing all the work. I couldn't imagine if we had to do all of that now. We both couldn't concentrate on anything. Talking about not concentrating on anything, what did Faybian do?
I mean, it's a little bit interesting, right? I mean, Faybian didn't take a wonder, but he's able to invest in that iron right away.
Yeah.
And Weidenbaum sort of has to make a choice here now. You can get the iron going or build that Acropolis. It simplifies things a little bit.
Yeah,
Worked
but I
out
think
so far.
he will go for iron. On the other hand, he might want to use the development of civil life to get a free population to then use with the development of religion.
Ah, yes.
So then he
More
can't go for
choices.
iron. A lot of choices, yeah. And actually, Faybian could go for Silk Road next turn. Chinese, or let's say the Eastern meta, does value Silk Road quite highly, so he could also get the Masonry together with that, and then there's potential. Yeah, looks like Weidenbaum finally. Usually he doesn't play super fast. So I was interested in the beginning where he played very fast, but now he's taking his time. I mean, it's a tournament game. You should take all of the time you have. Apparently, we also can't see the timer, so that's another mystery that we have.
I was just looking for that.
Do you think Weidenbaum's gonna grab the printing press? Yeah, probably, right? It's Gutenberg's. It's a free action. Yeah, I definitely think he's gonna do that. So let me see. Someone was saying Kyung didn't show up. Yeah, looks like Kyung is not online, so yeah. It's all gonna get sorted out. After the first 1 or 2 rounds, everything should run smoothly after that. We give people like 15 minutes to show up, so if at 15 minutes after the starting they're not here, then they just forfeit the
Faybian
game.
always played very fast.
Yes, yes.
Like incredibly fast. So, I haven't played this in a while. Is Weidenbaum spreading himself thin here? So now he got printing press going. He needs to do iron. He has to do the wonder.
You mean
But he has an extra CA from Gutenberg, so he's probably fine. You think?
Yeah, I mean, it's a lot of science, but he did grab the breakthrough to get... I mean, Iron and Code of Laws is going to be hard to get out. But I guess once he builds his extra printing press, he also has the Acropolis, so his extra synergy for the extra urban buildings. I think he's in a good position. Yeah, definitely think so. Faybian, also a good position. He has Iron going, and he decides not to go for the Silk Road. Still doesn't have Wonder. He's really hoping for the...
perhaps?
Yeah, Machu Picchu would be very strong, yes.
Coming out late, though.
On the other hand, Faybian has played all 4 events. So there might be trouble for Weidenbaum, I don't know. He might think he needs the strength now.
Yeah, he has that too. The Sun Tzu into Gutenberg transition.
He did upgrade his tactic, right? Yes, he did upgrade the fighting man. So he can just build a warrior and then get a lot of extra strength. And then Faybian might do the same. He might also... Oh, he already copied the tactic. Spend 2 military actions to copy the tactic, and then next time probably just build one. I mean, it's a very good tactic upgraded, so you want to copy that sooner or later.
Yep.
Okay, Weidenbaum does go... Yeah, grabs the monarchy, and he wants strength as well. I mean... He grabbed the iron very early, and the Code of Laws as well, but he doesn't have the science to go for them right now. But the monarchy will be quite cheap. Just finishes Acropolis, maybe builds another... It's going to be interesting if he builds another printing press. I think that might be too much. Your opponent did a live blitz game. Well, then don't start it and open another one. I mean, or you play super fast, I don't know. Best you ask Shadow Knight, but if you already started, then just try to not take as much reserve time, I guess. Okay, so...
we got Paladin for strength.
Yes, I mean, we have 4 events played by Caesar.
Yep. There's Machu.
Well, Hannes, if someone dips into more than 5 minutes, he already took more time. If someone dips into more than 5 minutes, he loses, I guess. Yeah. Or restart the game if that's fine for you, but... Just find a good solution for both of you. Let's see, Faybian. Yeah, we have strength race going on basically. He did take Saladin.
So Weidenbaum can upgrade and finish Acropolis to get stronger again.
Restart the match, Hannes. Restart the match. That's the ruling. So Weidenbaum does go for Acropolis, makes the monarchy pretty cheap, grabs rich land and reserves.
Yes. Oh, okay.
Ooh.
Ouch.
Ouch. Answer and borders. I mean, if we're fighting around these cards, of course it's gonna hurt. Sadly, we still don't see them. That's still not fixed by CGE. But yeah, Answer and Borders, first card that these guys are fighting for. That definitely hurts. I mean, look at Weidenbaum now. How does he get his happy face next turn? He loses 2 yellow cubes, then he needs an extra happy face.
Yeah, it's rough. I mean, he's just spread so thin, trying to do a lot.
Yeah, 2 matches once. And Faybian does go for the match pitcher. I mean,
Wow.
He's producing a lot here.
Nice.
Now he gets weaker. I mean, he's weaker anyway. But let's see if Weidenbaum will try to open a good event for him. Imagine if it's Rebellion now or something.
Yeah. Yeah, is it do you risk it?
Yes, I think you have to. You have to try to get something. Maybe there's a foray that can give you some food or something. I mean, Faybian didn't get stronger, but only because he wanted to finish the match pitcher, I think.
Or he knows something about the deck.
Maybe that as well, yeah. I mean, that's the mystery also for us. We have no idea what's in the deck. So we're in the same situation as Weidenbaum. But what does Weidenbaum do now?
What?
He does open something. Raiders.
Not too bad.
Yeah, but I mean, Faybian is producing enough now. He doesn't need the 2 extra resources, so it's fine for him. That doesn't give anything to Weidenbaum, it just hurts Faybian, but Weidenbaum needed something here.
You can't research iron, or so what do you destroy?
I guess he has reserves. Oh, he has reserves. You can just take the food.
Oh yeah, that was easy.
That was easy, just don't destroy anything. You don't have to. But I didn't see the reserves as well. Maybe he's hoping to get St. Pete's next turn with the Engineering Genius. He does have 2 rich lands, so next turn is probably going to be Iron and Upgrade. I would still be super afraid of Rebellion. But we don't know if Faybian had that card, if he played that card. I mean, we also don't know if Weidenbaum maybe had that himself. Okay, Faybian plays fast and grabs another Wonder. I mean, no HA Wonder, but 2 H1 Wonders. And 2 very good ones. Getting the Universitas, giving him enough science very soon. Very strong.
Put St. Pete on 1.
Yeah, I think Weidenbaum will grab it here, right? He has Engineering Genius. Can go for Iron, upgrade, grab the St. Pete's. Maybe upgrade once and get the breakthrough, whatever. I guess he has enough science. I think just grab the St. Pete's and upgrade Iron. Get resources and get the happy faces. Question is, does he grab Irrigation? The selective breeding is out. If he doesn't grab that now, Faybian might steal it. But there's still the Ocean Liner.
Oh,
Ooh,
that's nice.
8 resources for Faybian. That's a lot.
It is.
Oh, 8 to 3.
Use them all.
That's crazy. Okay, just have to wait for the thing to go away. But 8 to 3 resources. I mean, Faybian has all the resources now. He can finish the Universitas. Okay, yeah, Weidenbaum does exactly what we... no, he only goes for 1 iron, wants to grab the Irrigation, and then the St. Pete's. Yeah, bad timing for Weidenbaum, not getting the extra resources, but, I mean, great timing by Faybian.
Yeah. So you think if Weidenbaum hadn't taken Irrigation, do you think Faybian would have taken selective breeding away?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, it's always a question about how much do you hate draft, but I think selective breeding is such an important card that you would do it. So yeah.
So by taking Irrigation, it almost helped. I mean, It might let Weidenbaum get selective breeding. If he wants it.
Okay, Faybian. Oh, he wants to be stronger. What might that last card be? Yes, Lemmings player. Just, I mean, are you in the Discord? If not, please join and then ask Shadow Knight and he will give you the confirmation. But yeah, if your opponent still hasn't shown up, you get your first free win. After 15 minutes, not showing up. Colony incoming? Colony? I mean, Faybian knows what this card is and he built 2 warriors. You don't like to build 2 warriors, right?
Yeah, that's... And he only played an event into it when he was stronger.
Yeah. And that would then be pretty good timing for Faybian. He got weaker and Weidenbaum didn't open this. I mean, I guess he opened the Raiders. We don't know what the last card is, if that's worse or better for him. But Weidenbaum can finish the St. Pete's now. Can go for one more upgrade. I mean, Faybian let the select breeding on 2, and there's 2 very good cards. Breakthrough and Wave both seem very important. I mean, Breakthrough, maybe you can let that one slide. Both of them have good science production. But the Wave is always an important card. Weidenbaum spends 3 civil actions finishing the St. Pete's. There's also government forms coming up. Republic and Cornmon. Faybian is still on the Despotism. So... if you leave him Republic, I mean, maybe he's gonna go for that. Or he's gonna wait and take the Cornmon, get that next turn. Oh, he has Revolutionary Ideas, so he can go for Cornmon next turn. That's good for Faybian.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, finishes the St. Pete's, builds another printing press. And goes for selective breeding for irrigation. He has Theocracy. Yeah, Faybian does have Theocracy. Why would he want a new government form? I mean, Theocracy is the best one, right? I mean, what does Faybian need here? He has a lot of stuff. He has good production of everything. Oh really?
Public. Interesting.
That's wild.
Journalism breakthrough.
You usually don't see that.
Interesting.
Going for Republic instead of Cornmon when he could go for either of them. And he might get punished. The strategy does come out on Weidenbaum's turn. So I wouldn't be... I'm pretty sure he will take the strategy now.
He has Kremlin also as an option with the resources.
Yeah, but what about Happy Faces? I mean, yeah, Kremlin is good for him, maybe, but... I mean, he can grab and finish that next turn. He has population, but he needs Happy Faces then.
I mean, all the Happy Face techs are still in.
Yeah, I guess. Hey, Jim. Welcome. I mean, it's such a wild thing to go for Republic instead of Cornmon, leaving you open to the strategy play. Or being denied the strategy and all that follows with that. We have seen so many games where someone loses because they don't have military actions. So that's very interesting. Maybe it's a flex. That would be a wild flex. It's pretty early to be flexing. I mean, the culture is pretty clear at this point. Weidenbaum is not a walkover. Yeah, he grabs the strategy, goes for the Code of Laws. And I mean, he has 3 iron, he has science production. Oh, it is a territory. Someone called that one. And Faybian will win the strategic territory. Probably just, I mean, does he send an army?
I guess that's why you build warriors, right?
Yeah, I guess if you know you can send them away later. That's good for him, getting the strategy for just 1 warrior. It's perfect. But Weidenbaum left the Kremlin. I mean, what wonder do you take as Faybian? Probably Kremlin is the best for you now.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
You can take that for 4 civil actions. He can finish it. And thanks to the colony, you can increase population and then not have happiness problems. Maybe Kremlin and then, take the organized religion, perhaps. No, goes for Opera. I mean, he has enough resources. He just builds 2 Operas.
Wow.
Wow. I mean, that fixes happy faces, but doesn't give you any military actions, so...
Is it interesting? I don't know. He's gonna lose it, but he has still has theocracy in hand, which he can pull out a military action if he needed to.
No.
Switching from republic
No,
to
you
theocracy,
can't do that.
right?
You can't do that. That's forbidden. You can't go from republic to theocracy. That gets you disqualified from the tournament.
Okay, it's in the rules. I didn't realize.
Yeah. Now I think, yeah, maybe if you win a war because of that, because you really need the military action, maybe, but... Okay, we see another colony, and Weidenbaum wins it. 6 resource for him. I mean, resource, very good for him.
Well, I mean, yeah, I don't know. So, Weidenbaum has to start... Does he have to start thinking about warring at this point?
I mean, if you don't, Faybian just builds another opera next to it, or the journalisms. Maybe grabs Gaudi. Gaudi's looking good for Faybian. I mean, it's also looking good for Weidenbaum, but only one player can get it. And then the other player might go Nobel to try to punish. But Faybian can't punish because he doesn't have the military action. So I think for Weidenbaum is definitely thinking about Gaudi. He has a lot of resources as well, so go for Gaudi, grab the next opera, go for that. And then Faybian has the choice of Nobel, which is not that good for him, and Newton. I guess Newton can be fine if he goes for journalism. But looks like we might have a culture race going on, and then Gaudi is what you want. Okay, Weidenbaum does go for Ocean Line. I mean, and the strategy, that's a military play, right? He might have a war, he might have a good tactic. So that's definitely the military play. He can also get Nobel next turn then, to make that even better, more science, more strength, a lot of population. It just is hard to win against 8 resources, but still.
So what's Faybian looking for? I mean, definitely military theory, and then I guess...
Oh, vast territory as well. I mean, Faybian doesn't have a lot of cards because he only has 2 military actions, so... I mean, how much do you send? Maybe Faybian sends 2, but for him, rebuilding is so expensive because it costs military actions, and for him that is a big problem. Weidenbaum doesn't have the problem. He could send both swordsmen, but that's expensive.
Yeah.
Okay, Faybian wins it for 4+. That has to be 2. Yeah, that is 2 warriors. Wow.
Did he need that?
I mean, maybe it's mostly about denying it. I mean, he has enough food. He has a lot of civil actions. It helps with the happy face because now... I mean, now the operas will be enough, right? Just build another opera, you have enough happy faces to last you the game. He doesn't need team sports or organized religion now.
Mm-hmm.
Or, yeah, Spectral says, great for military transitioning. If you say, okay, yeah, I can't rebuild the warriors because I don't have military actions.
That's right.
They're warriors. They are meant to be sent away for something like that. If he has, let's say, hussars, he can go for cavalrymen.
Yep, that's a great call.
Especially because upgrading for him is very expensive, because upgrading is less military action efficient as just building, in a way. So yeah, very interesting. And then, what else does Faybian do? I think Gaudi, right? Yeah, Gaudi. Gaudi, journalism, build 1. Rebuild a warrior. I mean, then it's not transitioning. If you rebuild the warrior, probably to be able to defend. But Weidenbaum could still go for an aggression. Faybian only has 2 cards.
It's risky.
It is risky, yeah. I mean, he does go for it. He does go, and he wins. He wins the plunder. I mean, at least it's not worse than that, not a raid or something. But plunder is still harsh. You steal 5 resources or whatever food you want. So maybe Faybian overbid for the colony. You asked the question, did he need that? Did he really need that? I think with the aggression coming through, that probably wasn't worth it.
Yeah, it's hard. Probably not hard to say.
Yeah, I mean, from Weidenbaum, I expect we see Nobel, we see the Ocean Liner finished, and then maybe cannons. And I expect, I mean, I would wish for him to have the defensive army. That would be good for him personally. So maybe we're gonna see that. And then from now on, it's a war game. I mean, we had 6 to 14 culture production. He really has to do something now. He still has the culture lead, but in 1 or 2 turns, that's gone. So he either has to transition into more culture from... I mean, there's options. There is multimedia, there is Sid Meier plus computers or something. But I think he should try aggressive play. And this is a great start. Stealing 5 resources with the plunder. I mean, I definitely think you're going to take the resources.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, I mean, it neutralizes the extra population for vast territory a little bit because you can't use them.
Exactly. He has 9 food, but if you can't build anything with the food... The problem is Faybian does have wave, he does have patriotism, so he still can...
Maybe he can transition with that.
Yeah. But still, 2 military actions, that's the problem in transitioning. Yes, he does have 1 patriotism, but still, how do you defend? He can, like, let's say he has hussars. Yeah, he can go for a cavalryman, build 2 with a patriotism. At least he can play a tactic, so that's quite important. Hey Opera, no, we don't need any results. You can just put that in challenge. You don't need the code or anything. I think we can trust each other, or we can trust all that everything is correct. And if not, then there's going to be conflict. And then if 2 people say different things, then we need a code. But we run this tournament on a trust basis, and I think we've always run pretty nicely with that, right? Okay, so ooh. I don't know. He's
4 food.
4 food.
Interesting.
He wants 1 extra pop.
Yeah.
Goes for Nobel, Scientific Method.
Ooh, boy.
Does build 1 cannon. I don't know what the extra food
must happen.
Do you like the extra food?
I mean, we'll see what he does with it. It doesn't seem right, you know, at first.
I mean, he does have population problem or food problems, but luckily he can just upgrade the irrigation. So it's actually quite important that he has irrigation, can upgrade that, and doesn't have to destroy anything, and build some agricultures. Yeah. And he needs happy faces.
He had a happy face thing happening, so I mean, we'll see what he does with it. Maybe he's gonna setting something up for next turn. Air Force comes out.
Yeah, very early Air Force. Also Rifleman. I mean, Faybian could still go for the Rifleman. Can still go for Team Sports. I mean, Team Sports is very good for him. It only costs 1 science. You get the extra culture from Gaudi.
I would think he needs to think about cannon pretty hard.
I mean, he didn't draw that many cards. He did draw 3 extra from the strategic territory, but he did have to spend some military actions. Didn't draw too many. We don't see. Yeah, we have no idea what his military plan is, what his military tactics might be. Hey, Durin, thank you very much for following. I hope you either had a good first game, or maybe you're still waiting. Maybe your opponent didn't show up. Then congrats for the first win. But yeah, welcome. We're just seeing what Faybian is going to do here. I mean, for him it would be good to have hussars, but we can't assume that. He didn't draw a lot of cards. He didn't have the option for cannon yet, so he definitely might have something with cannons.
I'm Faybian. I hate Air Forces being first card here.
Yeah? What's that?
Like, am I supposed to take it? I don't know.
Let's see. I mean, he spends 2 military actions. He's not drawing any H3 cards, no impacts. That is the biggest problem with 2 military. Maybe not the biggest problem with 2 military actions, but one big problem. Even if you have enough military actions to spend on a military, you still don't draw any cards. You don't draw new tactics. You don't draw impacts.
Yep.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like he needs some military actions to come out.
Yeah.
That's kind of how it is now, right?
But, I mean, it was his decision. He didn't go for the Corn one, he went for the Republic. He got 1 extra civil action, but for that he got a big problem. And, yeah, just big problems with military actions. We're gonna see if that will come back to haunt him, or if he manages to stabilize. So Weidenbaum is still stronger. So let's see if... I mean, is he playing a war? He hasn't played politics yet. So, could still be a war. Culture is, yeah, not even yet, but soon. Weidenbaum has a small, a small lead, but the production, of course, is on Faybian's side. So we're gonna see if... I mean, 4 of the culture production from Faybian comes from Gaudi. That's still... Without him would still be 10. So let's say Weidenbaum gets a culture leader. He's still gonna be behind in culture production. And he's still behind. Yeah.
We don't know everything about what's happening with these two players, but who do you feel more nervous for? Or like, which player do you think you'd want to be in this position?
I mean, more nervous. With that war, yeah. I was gonna say more nervous for Faybian. I think he still has a good position, but this is the big problem that he has. Okay, goes for cavalryman. What tactic does he have? Oh, Napoleonic, and grabs the air forces. 23 strength. How will Faybian respond?
Gates and fundamentalism.
I mean,
Gates does not help him.
Faybian has options, right? He can go for 2 cannons and then have the defensive army. But most of it relies on having a tactic. And as we said, he didn't draw a lot of cards, so it's going to be super interesting to see if he has a tactic. Can't build 2 cannon in defensive. There's patriotism. He can.
He can build 3 units this turn, right, to tie it.
I mean, also the problem is he only has 1 free population, so if he wants to build 3 units, he'll need to destroy 1 philosophy. That's easy. Philosophies are there to be destroyed, but the second one, you need the religion, you need all your happy faces, so he only has 1 or 2 philosophies to destroy. Okay, upgrades. Okay.
Forgot about those also.
Yeah, I mean, 15 culture production.
He loses 3 science. Not too bad.
That's okay. Nicely defended. He didn't reveal any tactic if he has one, so Weidenbaum doesn't get the information. Okay, this is what I have to be afraid of. Faybian could still have the defensive army. But I mean...
I just realized I wasn't breathing.
Yeah. I mean, Weidenbaum just needs 1 more turn, then he has another cannon, another cavalryman, and another tactic. He could go for fundamentalism. If he has... I mean, he only drew 1 card from H3, so he probably doesn't have a war yet. But you could say, okay, I commit, I get the fundamentalism, only costs 10 science. Maybe grab the modern infantry, try to get the modern army. Or maybe go for air forces. I mean, if he has a war right now from H2, he could go for air forces, build 1.
You know, I didn't even realize this, but Weidenbaum had a famine last turn.
Oh, he did. Letting his people starve while fighting for science. Ooh. Oh, another aggression. The raid. This time it's the raid. And it's successful. Oh, that's gonna hurt. That is gonna hurt. That's 8 resources for Weidenbaum and 16 resources destroyed for Faybian. Because that was from H3. That's huge. That is huge. You just destroy, I mean, I don't know, probably journalism and opera. And that takes
such a risk.
Yeah. And especially the 8 resources that Weidenbaum gets from that. That is, I mean, Faybian, you could say, okay, he gets free population, destroying the journalism and opera. He can build more military, but 8 resources gained for Weidenbaum, that's an air force. That's the whole air force you could go for.
Wow. Yeah, I mean, one thing about what Faybian's doing is it increases the tension.
Yeah. Definitely.
So thank you for that.
Yeah, it does exactly that. Destroys an opera and journalism. A lot of resource for him. Goes for multimedia. Okay, he wants to say culture production is still important. Urban growth, revolutionary idea. I mean, I like that. I like the multimedia from Weidenbaum here. Don't put everything on 1 card. Maybe he doesn't have yeah, he probably hasn't drawn a war yet. He only draws one card now. So build up a multimedia, grab the urban growth for the next one, produce almost, he produces the same culture now, so I definitely like that. Knowledge of the Ancients, 2 signs for Weidenbaum, 2 signs for Faybian, 4 for Weidenbaum. That's a good deal.
He played an impact.
Yeah, he's only drawn 1 card, so I mean we can't assume that that's the best impact for him. It might be the best impact, but we don't know. Could just be something to play anything.
So does, I mean, it's really close right now, right?
Yeah. I think, yeah, it's definitely really close. I mean, culture is super close.
I mean, when you balance it all out, it seems, I mean, if Faybian can get a military action or 2, then
yeah,
it seems he has an advantage. I don't know.
I'm probably not gonna do, okay.
Wow.
Yeah. More civil actions. He really likes civil actions.
Crazy. More resources. But like none of that helps when you only have 2 military actions.
Yeah.
Okay.
But the military theory is still not out. Still not out.
I mean, that's it's a risk. Well, potentially a risk for Weidenbaum to war, because military theory could just come out.
Yeah. I mean, Faybian does have 11 resource production now. That's gotta count for something. But he only has 5 culture production now, so the tables have turned again. Culture production has shifted once again after the raid and losing Gaudi.
When logistics question,
yeah.
When people finish their first round match, should they immediately start the second or wait and then start all the seconds? They can
start immediately. They can immediately. If the opponent is finished, they can start immediately.
Do we have the next match that we want to watch flagged already?
Yes, I told P before that we want to watch his match next. So he's gonna be playing against Daniel, and then we want to cover that. Oh. If that is the matchup, actually.
You're assuming they win.
Yeah, I'm P4 opponent didn't show up, so I think I know that he's gonna win that one. But I of course don't know that he's gonna win against Daniel. But the alternative is also pretty strong in Ducky, I think.
Gaudi Beast.
Gaudi Beast. Fighting band OP. Well, upgraded one is pretty OP. I would agree. You don't need anything else. Weidenbaum needs a lot of time for this turn. I mean, you assume that the freedom of movement is gonna be alchemy into multimedia, maybe. And that's my first idea. Okay, Steve Jobs. What did he do? Agriculture to irrigation. Oh, really? Do you agree with that? Oh. I mean, wealthy. It's not that bad. Yeah. But it could have been different. That I guess it also wouldn't have been the biggest problem for Faybian.
And that time he played in H2.
But yeah, P4, you can probably just wait until we also finished and then start the match after that. I think that's perfectly fine. I think your opponent will be willing to wait, so we can cover the whole game on the stream. Gates against Jobs, yeah, classic matchup, I guess. A lot of history there. And still no military theory. Faybian still doesn't have any military actions in hand. I mean, this could be over pretty fast, if we're honest. If there's military theory shown up on Weidenbaum's turn, can deny that, go for 1 war, go for air forces, and like two Napoleonic armies plus 2 air forces. That's definitely possible, and we could see that. And then I don't see how Faybian could win. I mean, maybe if he has drawn the positional army, but we can't assume that he's drawn the positional army when he's drawn like 2 or 3 military cards in H3. He wants to go for culture. Sadly, we don't see how big the space flight is gonna be, but I assume it's gonna be big.
Still not out.
Still not out.
Crazy.
Crazy, yeah. I mean, Weidenbaum could go for internet. Sadly, we can't see how big they are, but we could do the math. But I'm not gonna do that.
I can tell you that space flight will cost Faybian 16 resources.
Oh, that's correct. Yeah, quick math.
Yeah.
Okay, so Weidenbaum, what does he do? Does he go for wonders? Does he say no? I go for culture now. I mean, he does have Steve Jobs. Steve Jobs is a culture leader, and Bill Gates is not.
Hand, right? Also.
What?
Oh, sorry. Yeah, it depends if he has a war in his hand.
Oh yeah,
There's
definitely.
a huge difference here.
Okay, emigration doesn't do anything. We have 3 impacts in. 2 from Weidenbaum, 1 from Faybian. And Faybian, again, he doesn't have a lot of choice for his impacts. So that is, Weidenbaum has seen a lot more impacts, I would assume. He doesn't have that many H3 cards in hand, but I still would assume he has seen a lot more. But yeah, with 10 science production and the Nobel Prize, you could easily say Steve Jobs just research 2 technologies each turn, and that's 12 culture for each turn that you do that. So plus a wonder is easily enough to keep up. I mean, he's at 11 to 5 culture production. Yes, Faybian has more resources, but the game won't last that long if you, especially because Faybian has so many civil agents. You could, as Weidenbaum, just say, okay, we have 2 more turns. I research 2 technologies in each of those turns, and he does that in the first one here. Yes, gets the Nobel Prize. I don't know if he's... Yeah, I could still go for internet next turn, and that could be a big internet. Then go for 2 more technologies. Oh yeah, I think Weidenbaum has a good position here. First impact, a bit of happiness. That's also good for Weidenbaum.
There's also Red Cross still coming out.
Oh yeah, and the engineering. The engineering could be important. I mean, Faybian has a lot of civil actions. He could finish the spaceflight, grab the Red Cross, and finish that one as well without the engineering, but it's hard. It's hard. Weidenbaum didn't touch the row. Yeah, he... I mean, I would still assume that next turn is going to be the last.
So if you're Faybian, you don't...
You don't?
Sorry, he started doing stuff. So. Building military.
Yeah. He's maybe still afraid. I think Weidenbaum ends the game here. I don't think you need a war anymore. You just grab the internet, finish that next turn, go for 2 more technologies, and then let impacts and the wonder as well as Steve Jobs carry you. Just finish before Faybian can do anything else besides finishing the space flight. I mean, he might have civil actions problems. He needs to grab internet and 2 more cards, 3 more cards. We might see another round, but I mean, that's not bad for him. He's at 15 to 8 production.
Yeah, I was wondering if Faybian could have finished spaceflight, taken internet. That would have been his whole turn.
I mean, he could have done that, yeah. I mean, Faybian is in no position, Weidenbaum is in no position to finish the Red Cross, so I build on that. So if you deny him internet, he doesn't get a wonder.
You have to, I mean, you have to gamble on military a little bit to do that, but we've seen Faybian do that all game.
Yeah.
So it's a little strange to see 2 cannons right now after it seemed like the military pressure was off a little bit.
Yeah, but as second player or as first player without a lot of military actions, there's always still the danger, right? Weidenbaum could still go for war, build 2 units, 1 cannon, 1 cavalryman. That's a big jump. Faybian didn't prepare.
Yeah, you're right.
And Faybian doesn't pose any threat for military himself. I mean, we say that, but if he grabs military theory, builds 2 cannons.
That's true. The war flip right at the end. That would be really interesting.
That would be interesting if we see that. If Faybian has a war and has the positional army. No, we don't see that. We don't see that.
We don't see it.
Wealthy territory.
Quickly denied that.
Yeah. Okay, Faybian wins the wealthy territory. I don't know if you can do much with that, but still.
Yeah, what do we need those for?
Weidenbaum did play super fast. He went for oil, computers and grab the internet, and that probably was all his civil actions. Just wanted the Nobel Prize. Yeah. And actually, oh, I like how he's playing. He can go for another combo. He can go for another 2 technologies. That's another 12 culture. I mean, that's so much.
Yeah.
A bit of technology too. I mean, Faybian does have a lot of technologies. What? Not that many. Yeah. A bit of technology would be huge for Weidenbaum as well. But Faybian has enough time now. He can finish the spaceflight and then grab International Red Cross and build a lot of stages so he can finish that next turn.
Yep.
Yeah, scientific method will be discarded, but he has Revolutionary Idea and 1 more turn, so I think he has enough technologies. Especially with the Revolutionary Idea. I mean, more than that will be hard, but maybe he can go for 3 technologies, but 4, so another Nobel Prize would be hard.
Yeah, I think Faybian can deny that if he takes professional sports. Then he wouldn't get the combo. He could only do 1.
I mean, it all flipped when the aggression came out, right? Before that, Faybian had more culture production, but I mean, it's not only Steve Jobs who's giving culture, it's also the culture production. So I think most of it comes down to the decision not to take the Cornwall but the Republic.
Yeah, that was huge.
Given so many unnecessary problems.
This is definitely a slower turn.
Yeah. I mean, probably has to think a lot about every detail. Next turn is going to be his last. Maybe he wants Endowment, even though I don't think that's enough. Spaceflight. He still has a lot of resources, so we... I mean, he can't spend his food, then he can't build on the Red Cross. He can go for the spaceflight, but maybe he wants to do that next turn to get more culture from that. I don't know.
Yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot to think about.
Yeah. Yeah, I can increase population once, maybe, and still have enough for Red Cross, but it's also a lot of civil actions. He will have 3 wonders finished. The engineering was very shy, didn't show up. Yet, at least. And then, yeah, Red Cross does take a lot of civil actions. Yellow got distracted by the life-changing money. Yeah, it's hard to play. I mean, do you think that's a factor? Being nervous, maybe playing in a big tournament with. I mean, for Faybian, there's a lot of pride on the line because he won the last Coubertin Cup. Oh, he does go for culture action.
And he did take the pro sports.
Yeah, and he does end the age, so no more card draw for Weidenbaum. I mean, maybe still the engineering. Engineering is still a good card. Take that away from Faybian.
Yeah.
But Faybian has a lot of...
Expensive, though. 3 actions at this point is kind of expensive.
That's true. Weidenbaum doesn't have a lot. But he has 1 more turn, so... Okay, first opens the terrorism. That's good for Faybian. Definitely.
Only he could destroy the building now.
Yeah, if only we were playing the board game rules. And for terrorism, for example, they change a lot. But I mean, there might even be a bit of culture, and Faybian planned that. That's why he went for the extra operas, and he knew that he could destroy the movies at a later point. I mean, does that mean Weidenbaum finishes the internet this turn, so he does get most of the culture, because next turn the multimedia is going to be gone. That's 6 culture that's going to be gone.
Yeah.
But then there's the problem of technologies. He only has 1 in hand. I mean, he could...
I mean, that's Seems fine, right? I mean, that's your whole turn now, but then you don't develop something this turn. You wait until next turn when you can do 2.
Yeah, but there's only one technology left you could go for. I guess communism and air forces, but engineering is probably going to be taken with Faybian. And then you can't go for multimedia or movies. So
yeah,
a lot to think about. Luckily, we can rely on Weidenbaum to figure that one out. We don't have to do it ourselves. And then we're just going to assume that he made the right call.
Did you do bets?
No, I didn't do bets. Forgot about them. Maybe we can do bets for the next one. I mean, the next one is also...
Do bets right now, but limit it really low. It'd be interesting.
Okay, let's do some bets right now. It's we're gonna do very small bets.
I think I know who I think's gonna win.
Yeah,
I don't know for
me as
sure.
well.
Oh yeah, don't forget Gates bonus.
Oh yeah, that's big. So we're doing a maximum of
0
100, guys. Maximum of 100. See how good you guys can predict the outcome. How much food? You can see everything here. Faybian has 5 food and I think 2 reserves. Yeah. So yeah, get some bets in. 0 is Faybian, 1 is Weidenbaum, the maximum is 100. Oh, you are betting as well. That's why you wanted that.
I have to go with my original pick at least.
Oh, yeah. We see some zeros. Oh, PV4 going for 0. I would say Weidenbaum, definitely, but
Can't you bet too? Why don't you just bet?
I mean, I have infinite amount of culture, but of course I can. I mean, I actually don't. I can just give me like whatever I want.
Well, but you wouldn't do that.
No, true. But as I was saying, this has been a great match to watch. It's been super close, and the next one is also going to be very awesome. We're going to take a small look at the current standings, and then we will see what the next match might be.
I just think you'll have infinite plus 100 now.
Yeah, infinite plus 100 is good. Happy about that. I mean, I thought this would be pretty clear that we would just would be giving culture away, but a lot of people are betting both ways. So we have 6 on Faybian and 11 on Weidenbaum. Also, hello everyone. We are almost at 70 viewers, which is really exciting. So welcome all of you. I hope you enjoyed the first match. And don't forget, there's way more games to come. We have 5 games today, and then 5 or 6 games tomorrow. So very, very cool. Okay, this is the last turn though, right? No, we still have 2 more. Like 1 more round we still have, right?
Yep,
yeah.
That's right.
Weidenbaum is just, as we said, it's a hard turn. It's a super hard turn. You have to figure everything out, so take your time.
Now I am become death, the destroyer of worlds. Now I am become death, the destroyer of worlds.
Ooh. Thank you very much, Spectralor, for gifting 1 sub to Buka. And also Shadow Knight gifting 1 to Splinter. Thank you guys, thank you.
Now I am become death.
Oh, interesting. Yeah, I forgot he had Acropolis with communism, so he was able to get 2. Yeah, that's right.
Oh, and now the reverse aggression. He goes for an aggression, the armed intervention. What?
Oh, wow.
What? Why? Why?
Crazy.
He has so many military action, he doesn't have any defend card?
Wow.
Why? What? How can he not defend? That's impossible. Did he discard defend cards or what? That's
engineering
crazy.
still up there, so he can finish. Oh, yeah. Can he do Red Cross still?
Yeah, finish, grab the engineering. He can maybe not do all stages, but Weidenbaum, I guess Weidenbaum has reserves to build 1 stage on his one. I still think Weidenbaum has this. He does get quite a nice internet. I mean, people are still saying it's gonna be Weidenbaum. I mean, with that aggression, that's a bullshit aggression that shouldn't have happened. He went for the communism. He has so many military actions. But he still couldn't defend. That makes it very interesting. So what do you think?
Wow.
What's the turn for Weidenbaum? Finish the space flight. grab Red Cross. Go for engineering. Oh no, that's not gonna work with the engineering. That's too many civil actions. I mean, he does have still a lot of resource. He could also go for one more opera, journalism, depending on his impacts. But he only has one in there. That's I think.
So, I mean, he's gonna like engineering plus, I don't know, pro sports or something, or multimedia, movies, multimedia. One of those two. I mean, just to get a second tech researched. Put all your resources into those for culture, and then finish spaceflight.
Yeah. I mean, Faybian also wants to research as many technologies as possible for the Nobel Prize, for the just make the spaceflight as big as possible. 33. Wow. Wow. Hey, Demon Cleaner, welcome, welcome. And yeah, thank you for helping with the prize pool, actually, if I didn't thank you already. Damon Klima was so kind to help a little bit with the life-changing money that's on the line. But 33 from the spaceflight is crazy. But still, look at the culture. 211 to 199. And Weidenbaum has a big turn ahead of him. He's gonna finish internet. He's gonna get a little... Oh no, he
gets 20 for internet, I think. And he can't build anything else because he needs all the resources for it. He can build like a religion or something.
But still, 3 impacts for him, 1 for Faybian. It's not going to be close before the impacts, and then it's not going to be close after the impacts. I mean, it might be... I mean, yeah, we have still Bill Gates, 9 culture, don't forget about that. But still, I don't see it.
Yeah.
Thing is, Weidenbaum probably needs to use the reserves for resource, so he can actually use Steve Jobs to get the 4 culture from that, and then still finish the internet. Still 12 production, I think. Faybian a little bit rusty, yeah, maybe. He said as much in the chat before. But I still think most of that, he played very, very solid. Early game was very good, and then that one decision where he goes for Republic instead of Cornmon. Maybe that's because he's rusty. I mean, I think that has become more and more clear for me, at least, that Cornmon is such a great card. So much better than Republic. Okay, let's see here where Weidenbaum... Okay, internet for 22. He went for 1 extra. Input of strength. Oh, that hopefully is... for Weidenbaum, hopefully that wasn't played by him. We have Wonders, 14 to 10. Then we have technology, 32 to 20 to 28. I guess not that big. A lot of technology, very technology heavy game. 16 to 20 from variety, and then Bill Gates bonus 9. Very close. 300 to 288. What a game! Well played by both of them. Super close then in the end, with the 12 culture just being the difference. Pretty crazy. Yep. Pretty crazy game. What a start into the tournament weekend. What a start. Congrats to Weidenbaum. And let's see if we have any other results that we can talk about. Let's just refresh here. And let's start from the top. Are you also watching?
Yes, I'm looking at the stream.
Okay, so we see Johnny got a free win against Fall. Duran got a free win against Jacob. Okay, we're seeing a lot of free wins, actually. I mean, I'm assuming these are free wins if they are 1-0. P4 got a free win. Then we have a super close game between Zendruid and Petition. Him winning. Zendruid. Busy Beaver winning against BVD.
We don't have codes for any of these other matches to like jump in and catch the end of it, right?
No, we could ask, but I think we're going to do a small break. And then hopefully, I mean, we're going to see if the other match is complete, then we can jump into the next one pretty quickly. So here we see a lot of free wins in the beginning. Hibu didn't show up. Dunedain didn't show up.
I think Hibu did show up.
Did he?
I think.
I mean, we're not gonna... I guess I shouldn't assume anything here, but... maybe they also didn't put in the correct result and just said, yeah, 1-0, whatever. I don't remember the culture. We don't know.
Yeah.
Okay, Vortex against Dunedain. Opera against Kenvi. Superdon winning against Little Bob. That is a resign, I assume. 90 culture to 38. That, yeah. Shadow is cool. Chumchu. Oh, we see here. Yeah,
Alright.
yeah, okay. I mean, some of these are looking weird. Maybe Little Scribble and Napoleon didn't show up, probably, and then Napoleon actually advances. 1-0 means conceding the game. Yeah. Fight Trigger winning against Mickey Stein. So we have a lot of games still going on. Kimo, Gogo Geologu winning against Jimothy. It's like MM34 and then 1-0. Okay. We have Lemmings player. I mean, most of these are not real results yet. Enderwin 370 culture. That must have been a crazy game. And there we just saw the result of Weidenbaum against Faybian. And Faybian is gonna be playing against Grobil. Oh, he's got a free win. So what is the next match that we wanted to cover? That was PV4. Where's PV4? Yeah, he still has to wait for the game between Ducky and Daniel to finish. Yes, it is best of 1. It's only best of 1 until the grand final. Only the last game is not going to be best of 1, but best of 3. So yeah, very exciting first match, and also pretty quickly. So I assume we have to wait a little bit for Ducky and Daniel to finish their match. We're going to use this time for a small break. I don't know, are you going to do a small break? I definitely did a very small one. Just go to the toilet, get some snacks, and then we will be right back. Maybe talk a little bit about the other results, and then of course the next match.